This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press, and I am here with the UFC middleweight who will be taking on Julian Marquez next Saturday at UFC Austin, Gregory Robocup Rodrigues. Gregory, first off, how are you? Obviously, we're getting to the end of camp. The fight is just about a week away. How are you feeling?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm great, and always good to be here with you, Gabriel. Thank you for inviting me, and excited, man. Next week is fight week, and can't wait to be back in the cage.
Well, we need to talk about some very important things. For fans who follow you on Instagram, we just found out Robo Obama is soon to be Robo Papa. Talk to me about this, man. I mean, okay, so when is you're having a baby girl? When is she getting here? Like, about when is your wife due?
That's for October, and man, I that's a dream become true. I think that's no, I think not. That's real. Most important thing happened in my life, my wife, and my, and we was planning to have a baby. Like I think it like 3 years. We keep trying, nothing come. But I mean, always, and I said that God know the right time, and she gonna come in the perfect time. My career is good. Jessica is healthy, young, and gonna be my first. So yeah, we are very happy. The baby Serena is coming, and I can't wait to be to hold her in my arms.
People talk about this, especially the male fighters. Like, does it feel different now in camp? Because respect, obviously, you always train hard, you're always motivated, but does it feel different? Like, hey, I'm gonna be a father. Winning just feels more important. Do you feel that now as you've gone into this camp for this fight?
Oh yeah, man! Like you said, that's one more thing to motivate me for this fight, and yeah, it's like they had changed a little bit, So now it's not gonna be just my wife and I. So it's one more person, and my daughter, like one part of myself, and I will make sure she's gonna be good, and I need to kill everyone. Well, I kill already, but now like I have one more reason to do what I do, and I love what I do, of course. And now I have one more reason to do my best, and get it the best result and I have to get it. And yeah, man, like I'm so happy, bro. I'm very happy to you know see my life improve in all ways. One, first in my career to get in the UFC. So now my wife is pregnant, and we moved from California to Florida. We're building a life here and change the gym, change everything. But I mean, like, yeah, like I'm so grateful, and it's gonna be one more like big step in my life, and I will make sure she gonna have a champion dad.
For sure. My final question on fatherhood. So having a little girl, have you thought about, when she gets older and if she were to say to you, hey, dad, I think I want to fight too. I want to be like you. I want to be like the other girls who fight on TV. I want to join the family business. How do you feel you'll react to that?
Man, like I don't know, man. Like, it's soon to think about it, but yeah, man. Like I think she can be whatever she wanna be, and if she wanna be a fighter, like for me, maybe it's okay. But her mom, you know, she don't
Too
want that.
stressful.
Yeah, it's enough. One in the family, it's enough.
I already got to watch one of you. I can't handle watching two of you fight. No, I completely get that. Gregory, let's talk a little bit more just in MMA. I want to go back to your fight with Armin. Very fun fight, very competitive. goes to split decision. It doesn't, it goes to Armin. When you go back to the gym, back to Sanford MMA, what do you take from that fight? Because to some people, hey, you could have won, and obviously when you come off a win, it feels a little different than going, coming off a loss when you work on your game. What did you take from that fight because it was so close?
Yeah, I mean, like, first of all, I have a lot of respect with Armin. He's a warrior. Like, was a very hard fight. I think it was one of the hardest fight I had in my life. And in my head, I know I win the fight. Even the results not in the papers, they said not, but in my head, I know I win that fight. And yeah, I mean, like, but I think like everything happened is for a reason, and I'm growing a lot with that fight. In Sanford, my coaches, they think like same as me. We win the fight. We didn't change nothing. Like, we're still working hard. We still, improve in my striking game, my grounding game, and yes, man. And for the next one, we don't want to give it to them the chance. Like the results not like we want. So yeah, I will put all my works on in this next fight, and that's I want. I don't want a doubt. I'm gonna get out the cage without a doubt, if I win or lose, and that's my that's changing a little bit in my head. It's hard to someone judge it in the fight. Like, my question is, in this fight, like, two refs, they saw a fight in one way, and one guy gave like 3 rounds for him. Like, that was little bit you know that was not how can I say that? That's not
It's a little weird. No, it doesn't happen that often
yeah,
when you see the scores like that.
yeah, but I mean, that's not change myself at all. Of course, change the inside, like, I'm better, and that's the point. So yeah, man, like, but my focus now, I forget about it. I wait in my head. I know what happened. I know I'm very like confident I'll win the fight, and then let's go to the next one.
For sure. Before we talk about Julian, I actually want to bring this up. If I'm not mistaken, this is your first fight in the UFC where you're going to be at a big arena. Your last few fights and Contender Series was obviously UFC Apex. Have you thought about that? Because obviously, it's a big deal. Obviously, the UFC is one of those promotions you get to fight in the bigger arenas around the world. And you're going to have, I believe you guys are on the main card. So you're going to have a pretty full house by the time you fight. Have you thought about that? How that's going to feel to walk out and have that many people around to watch you?
Man, I want to have fun. I talk with my friend, my wife, and before you get in the UFC, I was when I was kid and teenager, and to see the crowd, that's one of the things, like, I didn't live yet in the UFC, and so now I'm gonna have the chance. And you say, like, I think I'm the first fight of the main card, and man, I'm so excited. I already fight with the crowd, like, was fun, but not like in the UFC, like the big stadium, and even in Texas, Austin is an amazing place, and I didn't I never been there before, but I hear a lot of good things about it, and I'm so happy, man, and that I think that's the one more uh one more thing to motivate me to get a best performance in the cage, and I know that's gonna be a great for me, and yeah, I can't wait to live there.
No, well, I think it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good card. Obviously, you have a great main event, and then you have Cowboy and Kevin Holland, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
expected to be a good crowd for that fight night, I think. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's talk about the fight though with Julian Marquez. Obviously, he's been in the UFC for a minute. He's coming off back-to-back wins. What are your thoughts on him and his game as an opponent?
Man, he's a tough guy, and I never expect like easy fights. Always I want to fight the best, and yeah, he's a one great challenge for me in this next bout, and yeah, like he has some knockout submissions. He can fight in on top. He had a good pressure, but man, like let's gonna see if he gonna keep this pressure on me. I know who I am. I know my power. I know my grounding game. I know my strike game better. I think it's a good match, and I will. I I was asking my manager and the matchmaker in the UFC, Meek, for give me a guy, with a little bit more experience in the UFC. And now is the time. I'm getting Julian. Julian's in the UFC for a couple, I don't know, like since like 2015
Yeah.
maybe. And he fought a guy. He's had a good name. He had his name. He building his name in the UFC, but he don't fight. I think for like his last fight was last year. I think he's a year he didn't fight.
Yeah. He's had a lot of cancellations. A lot of
Yeah,
fights fell apart.
yeah, and I think that's the one. And I, keep consistently fighting, fighting, fight. So maybe that's gonna be different for me. And but without everything, he's a great fighter. I respect him, and both of us is a guy, go always forward and try to finish a fight. So it's gonna be a great fight, definitely.
Well, certainly stylistically, when fans look at the two of you guys, people are expecting one of the better fights of the night. So I'm sure it's going to be a really good one. My final question for you, Gregory. It's been a minute since we saw you fight, obviously. Um, we're now approaching the second half of 2022. With everything going on, what are your goals by the end of this year? What kind of fights do you want to have? What kind of things do you want to try to accomplish, whether it be in training, growing your game, or even just getting fights for your career to close the year?
Man, like I wanna this fight maybe two more fight this year and finish the year with a good record. And my goal, of course, always is going up, maybe the top 15 and the middleweight, or I don't know. I'm gonna see. And yeah, like is I want to beat this guy next Saturday, and then I will, go back home, sit down, and think, and make my strategy, my coach and my manager to the next step. But my goal is maybe one more fight before my baby born, and then finish the year with like four fights. That's great year for me. That's gonna be a great year for me, and that's my goal, man. Let's go, man. I'm going step by step. I don't want to rush. Of course, my goal is a belt, and then, but I know I need to be ready for it, and building myself in each step I'm gonna do. And yeah, man, like maybe top 15 this year. I don't know. Let's gonna see.
Hey, let's do it, right? Why not? That's how we get there. You got to dream it and then get there. Gregory, it's going to be a great fight. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday, UFC Austin, Gregory Rodrigues against Julian Marquez on ESPN Plus at Fight Night. You guys are not going to want to miss it. Gregory, best of luck always, my friend. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, everyone. Don't miss that, man. June 18th in Austin, Texas. Man, I will put it on a show. Let's go.